What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: Ailish, Life's League, Struce17, William Arnett, OXL, Tyler B, The Big Joe 96, Grubbernut, Kento Camara, and Paid Bill. Thank you all very much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link down below to find out more. We'll see you there.
Long ago in a distant land, I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. But a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword stepped forth to oppose me. Before the final blow was struck, I tore open a portal in time and flung him into the future where my evil is law. Now the fool seeks to return to the past and undo the future that is Aku.
Quite possibly the best intro. Yeah. Quite possibly the best intro, monologue ever. No matter what, every time that show started, I would watch that part, and whenever the song would kick in, I'd skip forward to the episode. Don't get me wrong, I like the song by will.i.am, but Mako's monologue at the beginning is still one of my favorite things ever. I remember when they did it in the final season of Samurai Jack, and I was just like, oh my gosh! And it was actually Mako, because Mako had passed away by the time they did the recording to the new season of Samurai Jack, and it was, and then as soon as it cut over to Greg Baldwin, who replaced him. He did really good as Aku as well. But when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And then Samurai Jack ended, and I was really happy. I was really happy with its resolution. And at the same time, I'm just like, I still want more, man. Lo and behold, what do we have here? Samurai Jack Battle Through Time official announcement trailer. A video game that apparently is being produced by Adult Swim. That's interesting. I mean...
Well, they put out the ending to it, didn't they?
What?
They put out the ending to Samurai Jack, didn't they?
Yeah. Season 6, or Season 5, the final season, is the ending. Yeah. Is the ending. I mean, yeah. I
wonder if this is going to be like a recreation of the series in game form, or if it's going to be like a new thing.
That'd be very interesting to see, because given the enemies that Jack fights all throughout the series is awesome. I mean, the amount of I remember. I hope that there's a joke battle against Samurai. The hip samurai who's like, who you talking about, Jack? It's like, that is my name. Yes.
My favorite character is still the Scottish guy.
Oh,
that's tough talk coming from a man who has a basket on his head.
I remember when Jack killed his bagpipe, and you just hear, now you've done it. Unbelievably, the Scotsman is voiced. You watch Futurama, right?
Yeah. The
Scotsman is voiced by the same guy who does Bender.
Okay.
John DiMaggio, who I remember when he went on his
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Bite my shiny metal ass. I'll have your shiny metal ass. Have you watched the final season of Samurai Jack?
Nope.
Oh, that's gotta be a reaction series we gotta do, because it is great.
Yeah, except for I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch all of it ahead of time.
What do you mean?
I don't remember enough of it to just start at the new season.
Well, you don't really have to know much at all. The only thing you have to know is Jack is trying to get back.
The way my brain works, I really prefer to rewatch and see everything in order, though. Just have it all fresh in my
okay.
mind, so.
Well, you got a long journey ahead of you, my dude.
Yeah.
But Samurai Jack, Battle Through Time, the announcement trailer is here, and we're going to give it a watch and see what it's all about. Here we go. Wow. Cool. I wonder if they're going with a 2D style beat 'em up thing.
My sword is as sharp as ever.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's 3D.
Interesting. Oh. Oh, that's his look from Season 5.
It's not over yet, samurai.
I have nothing to fear.
The future is mine!
All things come to an end. Even the future.
Rated T for teen.
I'm glad they got the voice actors back, because that's Phil Lamar. That's Phil Lamar as Jack, and that's Greg Baldwin as Aku. I'm glad they got both of them.
Just not sure how I feel about the graphics they went with.
Well, the graphics, it's a cell-shaded look.
Yeah, but it's like, it's really 3D and kind of like, what's the word for it? Like, okay, so it looks almost like claymation or something to me.
Well, given the fact that
It doesn't look bad, it just looks strange when when you consider the artwork it came from, you know?
Well, the artwork it came from, if you look at Jack here, it doesn't really look drawn. It looks like pieces of him are... Let's see, where's the...
Well, the original artwork almost reminds me of like it's made out of like...
it's almost like it's cut construction paper.
Yeah, kind of like...
That's
not
what
exactly
I'm
like
saying.
South Park, but like, you know...
No, it's digitally drawn like construction paper that they're taking the bricks of and they're molding them into these characters. Because Jack, I mean, look at him. Look at the sharp angles on his ear, on his tie up, his knot up top,
Yeah.
on his hair and everything. It's all very sharp angles. Now,
This is not on the screen, by the way, if you
oh
want to point
shit,
this out.
sorry. Yeah, you look at Jack's ear right here. You look at his knot top. You look at his sword, which, you know, that goes without saying. But you look at his fingers. You look at his nails. You look at all the lines here. There's very few like harsh angles. They're all, or there's very few like smooth angles. They're all like very
Now
harsh
go
lines.
forward to the game graphics, though, where like it first showed him like running forward. Right there.
And right here.
And it's a lot smoother.
Well, it's still blocky. I mean, he still has the square head. And he's still... And the sword, the thing with the sword I've noticed is that the end is bigger than the hilt. I mean... And in the show, it was even all the way through. I like the liquid graphics. Okay. Oh yeah, I like how he's cleaving those like crocodile bots in twain. Yeah, right there.
That was the cool thing, is like how they did it with him fighting a lot of robots, so that he could cleave stuff into parts without it getting like, you know,
an M rating.
yeah, basically like a TVMA rating and stuff. So it was like robot gore, basically.
Yeah. And as you can see here, this combat is very interesting. I wonder if it's going to be like a parrying style like Arkham Asylum, or if it's going to be a more offensive style like Assassin's Creed.
I can't tell exactly how it looks like it plays just from looking at it, because it's one of those things where that looks like it could either be really good or kind of bad.
Well, this right here is arena. Like, this is an arena style like battle. What I'm thinking is it's going to be the battles are going to be segments, and it's going to be wave a lot of it looks like it's going to be wave based, sort of not quite boss rush, but you're going to fight enemies and then you'll fight the boss of certain levels. Like this level right here, this is literally the first time Jack fights in season 5. That's the look that he has.
At the same time, the stuff behind him almost looks like it's sealed off. Like
Yeah.
that's going to open up when he kills all the enemies. So,
Yeah, sort of like how they did Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I think it would not be as fun if it was just a game where you're in a ring. See, he's running from place to place here too.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be like just that.
Well, I'm hoping that what we're seeing here are just like what they have completed in terms of like the fighting and everything, and they're still working on the levels to like traverse and everything. Again, if the game is fun, that's step one. Step one of making a game is it has to be fun. And that's what a lot of that's Nintendo at its very base. That's what they've always said. If the game is fun, then you're onto something. But if you make a game from the ground up with an artistic ideal in mind, but you forget to make the gameplay fun, it's not going to be good. So, game has to be fun. Hopefully they put enough time and effort into this to where it will be something truly special, because I think they've done Samurai Jack games in the past, but I've never played them.
Yeah, I had one on Game Boy Advance. It was okay. Like,
All right.
it's kind of what you would expect it to be as a side-scrolling platformer hack and slash.
Yeah. I mean, I would like that with this, but I'd like it with like the animated styling of the show. You know, where actually if you land a finishing move, it does that cool multi-screen thing that they did in the intro. Like it would cut like if he was fighting like a robotic chimp boss that was in the air, and if you like went up and landed the finishing move, all of a sudden it would do that cool section like and just like show each individual segment of Jack just dissecting that thing. I'd love that. But
I think Samurai Jack would work amazingly if built on the same engine as Metal Gear Rising and the same kind of mechanics as Metal Gear Rising.
Well, you'd have to
You
get
could just basically reskin Metal Gear Rising as Samurai Jack, and it would work.
You'd
so
have to get
fucking well.
Platinum Games for that one, my dude. Because Platinum, they love that engine.
Basically anything with a lead character that is a samurai, except for maybe Rurouni Kenshin, because of the reverse blade sword and stuff. If you just reskin Metal Gear Rising to be like that, essentially. Like the only thing is like Metal Gear Rising has this thing that people complained about where technically if you want you can kind of cheese it by spamming a direction and a button to just block everything in the game. So just fix that system slightly, but other than that, like that system's kick-ass, and just being able to move your sword at the angle you want and hack things into a million pieces, it's fucking cool.
And then time speeds back up. Thing just falls into a million pieces. Love that. I mean, I'd love to see that in this, but I don't know. I'd also like to see... there's so many different story arcs of the Samurai Jack that I'd love to see, but we'll have to wait until this game comes out. So, yeah, I guess that's going to do it for now, everybody. This was Samurai Jack, Battle Through Time, the official announcement trailer. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.